tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Jake Paul in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
You know what? I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, bell, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
Just get your breath back. You're smart when you go out there. Just take the round off. Win the round on the inside.
Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be hard.
Oh my God, Johnny! And is this the beginning of the end? A nightmare start to this fight. Didn't wait long to get back in and get engaged.
Defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Fighter will say no mas. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Jake Paul in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
The bell, sometimes it can be the...
Here we go to the 4th round. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
And down goes Alexander Usyk. And as we see it again, there's no way to get up when you get clipped with a shot like that.
I've got... 1, 2, 3, 4. Are you okay?
They're back on their feet, but how long will they stay there?
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels, look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. He just takes one more clear shot, a clean one, then he's out of there.
Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. Stumbling around on Bambi legs. It appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Tried to score with that hook, but missed. Good defense on that left hook. A perfect counter lands. It looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. Usyk in that last round. He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out yet.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive and then give it back the next.
There's the bell for round 5. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with it.
You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you can hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Beautiful counter punch. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Good counter punch. Incredible work rate. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. Jab won't score. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Jake Paul in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Gonna need a knockout.
Wow, it's like 2 different leagues.
There's the bell to start round 6. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Well, Johnny, as you know, there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive.
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? Real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
And he did catch him! He caught him clean! Clean as a whistle! Punch caught him clean. His stamina is off the charts. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Jake Paul in that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
Needs a knockout without a doubt.
Here comes round 7. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart, because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
This fighter has been extremely aggressive so far, Johnny, but how do they keep it up over the distance of this fight?
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tail. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. How about that time counter shot? Caution being thrown to the wind. He misses with that straight left. Nice counter shot. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. You've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more, but it might come down to... And there's the bell for round 8. That 1-minute break surely wasn't enough for him to completely recover.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, slept right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little faggot.
This fight may stop here considering all the bruising and swelling on the face. So time back in. Let's keep fighting. These two are the perfect dance partners.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
They blocked the left there. Nice counter. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. Tried to score with the uppercut. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Blink and you miss it. Good thing we can watch that all over again.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Listen to me. Are you okay?
We knew it was going to be close, but that's as close as it gets. No one wins, no one loses. This fight ends in a draw.
You know what? That's fair. And for the fans, I feel sorry for the fans because they wanted to walk away with some winner. But eventually, these guys are going to have to do it all over